Hey everybody, so it's your girl Honey, and here we are with Cooking with Honey. All right, so like I promised, this is going to be my first installment of the 14 days of Valentine's Day cooking, and we're starting with Salisbury steak. I love it. You know, it's good. I mean, I don't know if you've ever had it, but it's pretty easy. It's really it's a hearty meal. So if you don't know what Salisbury steak is like kind of like a small meatloaf, I guess you can say, but it's better to me. It's cooked with gravy instead, and I am a rice and gravy type of girl. I love gravy, so here we go. We're gonna go right into it. Oh yeah, by the way, before we get all the way started, I want to remind you guys, just in case you didn't remember, like and subscribe and comment and follow and share and just light it all up. Push me up so I know that my content is good and so that other people can find my content. All right. So anyways, like I said, so Salisbury steak, we're gonna take about 2 pounds of ground chuck meat, beef, or whatever. I mixed all of my seasonings up in here. I will list everything down in the comment section, I guess. I mean, I used Creole Seasoning, parsley, accent, garlic pepper. I usually use garlic powder. I was out of garlic powder, but it's fine. It's still gonna be good. Black pepper, paprika, ground red pepper, and onion powder. So I just mixed it all up in here just for, I guess, the heck of it. I usually just eyeball it. So I eyeballed it this time. So anyway, so we're gonna put it all in here together. And yes, I do use my hands. If you can't use your hands when you cook, and then you can't cook. But anyway, we put all of this up in here. And I did use a lot of seasoning because this meat is gonna eat up all that seasoning. So this is kind of what it looks like. We're gonna need 1 egg in here. Half a cup of breadcrumbs. So I'm using Italian breadcrumbs. You can use regular breadcrumbs if you like, but I like flavor, so we're gonna mix that all together. And like I said, if you cannot get your hands dirty, then baby, then you're not cooking. Okay, so we're gonna mix that all together. Oh, don't forget, I almost forgot to, we're gonna put in 2 tablespoons of ketchup. Dump that in there. And 2 tablespoons of Dijon Mustard. Put that in there as well. And like I said, get in there. And we almost forgot one ingredient, sorry. And this is very important. This Worchestire sauce. Some of you can't say it, but say it the best you can. You don't need to say it, you just need to use it. We're gonna put about, maybe about 2 teaspoons in here. I just, like I said, I eyeball everything, so we'll say about 2 teaspoons in there. And okay, so what I have to be on the side of this meal is going to be, it's going to be over mashed potatoes, because that's normally how you serve Salisbury steak. It's either over rice or over mashed potatoes. And I have asparagus to go on the side. So while I'm preparing this, and once I get this prepared, we can do the asparagus. But right now I already have my potatoes cut up. We're going to put those in the boiling water right now. So I already have the water boiling. And be careful not to burn yourself when you put these potatoes in here. There we go. So of course we want to wait we want to cook those and boil those until they get tender, and then we can mash them up. And yeah, so all right, now with Salisbury steak, it looks pretty much like a hamburger patty. So we're gonna form them into patty shapes. use this. Okay. So one little trick that you can do is like wet your hands before you start forming them so that they won't stick to your hands when you do it. So you just want to form it into a ball first, like this. And then you want to smash them down. You can add a little bit more because they can be a little thick. A little thick up in here. Just like this. So this is what it looks like. So we're just gonna start lining those up. I'm not gonna use all of these. Remember, this is a Valentine's Day meal, so really you can make just 2 if you want, or 3, however much your other half eats, But I'm not making all of this tonight. I'm just gonna make enough for me and my boo. So, and my child too. He's still up. Alright, so we got some patties. And I'm most likely gonna speed through this. I think honestly that 4 is good enough right now. Like I said, it's for me, my boyfriend, and my son. He's probably gonna eat 2. My boyfriend and my son are just gonna eat 1, and I'm just gonna eat 1. So 4 is good. And then I still have enough left over to save just in case I want some the next day. Cause me, I'm a leftover person. My boyfriend don't like leftovers, but I do. So it's what it is. Okay, so now I'm back. Anyways, we're going to now start cooking the Salisbury steak. Now, the best thing to do this in is this cast iron skillet. Old Faithful. This one is older than me. My grandma gave it to me. And it's the bomb. It makes everything wonderful. So we get some butter, okay? We're gonna take about 3 tablespoons of butter right now. About that much. About 3 tablespoons of butter. I like to cut them in pieces because they melt faster. Duh. Put them in there, just like that. And put a little bit of olive oil, just a little tiny bit in there. That's good enough. Okay. So we're going to take this spatula and mix that over in there. Get that all good and melted. And now we can start adding the patties, or the steaks, I guess. We're going to put all 4 of them in here because all 4 of them should fit. Get this over with, okay? Alright, so we're going to cook these on medium until they're cooked all the way through. Completely all the way through. So as we're letting that cook, we're going to go ahead and prepare the asparagus. I got them all rinsed off, washed off, and ready and dry. Take some salt. I use sea salt, some black pepper, some garlic powder. No, not garlic powder, sorry. Some actual chopped garlic. And we're going to get some olive oil. Okay, so we're gonna spread this over, just kind of like cover the asparagus with that olive oil. Put a couple dashes of black pepper in there. We don't want too much. A couple dashes of salt. Once again, we don't want too much. And we're going to get in there. We're going to get that oil and we're going to get it all mixed together. We want them all the way coated. Just just like this. Do use my hands with pretty much everything because it gets it well incorporated very easily, and it just saves time. Okay, and then we're gonna take some of the garlic, the chopped garlic, and add it in there as well. About a tablespoon, okay, and a half is good for that. Mix that all up in there, and then we're gonna spread it evenly, layer it on this cookie sheet, just like this. Spread them out, just like that. In there, and then we also want to add some butter too. Everything's better with butter. Lay them out as flat as possible so that they all get cooked evenly. We're going to take this butter and we're going to just piece it up and lay it on there just like this. Just kind of slice it up just like this. So I'm gonna set that cook time for 10 minutes. Boop. And we're good. Now, we're gonna check the potatoes. I don't think they're done yet, but we're just gonna check them just to make sure that they're not, or they are, or whatever. Stick a fork in them. If it goes all the way through easily and it breaks apart, then it's done. It is kind of going through, but I don't like where they are currently. So I'm gonna let them go for a couple more minutes and then we're gonna get back to them. So now back to these babies over here. So they're on medium. We're gonna turn up the heat just a little bit because we kind of just put it on medium so that they would cook all the way through. And look at that. Ooh, pretty. All right, so we want them to cook all the way through like I just said. So go ahead, flip them. Ooh, be careful too. Kind of try to use the other ones to like flip so that they won't splatter. All right, just like that. So we want to cook these all the way through on this side as well. So how long does that take? Maybe about 8 minutes or so? About 8 minutes. We're gonna do the same thing to make sure it's done on this side. And then we're going to take them out of the skillet and make the gravy. All right, my honeys, I'm back. All right, and we're about to strain the potatoes. All right, they are done. They are ready to be strained. All right, so let's get them. Woo, be careful. Yeah. I just set the pot straight on the granite because it ain't gonna do nothing. It's granite. It's not gonna mess it up or nothing. So, there we go. And they're all done. So it's time to make mashed potatoes. Boop. So you can use butter or you can use country crock. Sometimes I use country crock because it's already soft and everything like that. We're gonna put some butter in here. I'm gonna put about maybe 4 tablespoons. So I'm gonna put a little more, 4 to 5 tablespoons of butter in here. I like butter, okay? I live in the South. I like butter. Y'all don't like butter, then don't watch me. I'm just kidding, watch me, but yeah, we use a lot of butter over here. Put that in there. I'm gonna get some salt and pepper. in some milk, y'all. It needs some milk. It needs some milk, y'all. You gotta put some milk in there. Now I'm gonna get my little smashing thingy. Potato smasher. And we're gonna smash the potatoes. We're also gonna put some garlic powder in here to give it some more flavor. Or I mean some garlic pepper. Some garlic pepper in here. Mash those up and you wanna taste it, and I'm also gonna put some parsley in here as well. Alright, so it's pretty much time to take these out of here. Yes. Okay, so they are good. They're super brown on this side. Okay. I'm flipping them again because I do want to check on the inside and see if they are where I want them to be. Oh, they're good. Alright, so go ahead and put these to the side. And now it's time to make the gravy. Woo! It's popping all over me. Alright, so we're gonna take our onions, put those babies in there. Take these bell peppers, put those in there. I'm not gonna put too many because I don't want too much of a bell pepper taste, you know. So turn that up in there. Turn heat down a little bit. We don't want the onions to cook too much, like too fast, pretty much. Okay. Kind of break those onions apart. So the timer went off for the asparagus, so let's check it and make sure we'll see if it's done already. It's not, so we're gonna leave it in there for a couple more minutes. So, mine, we have to reset it again, 375, and we're gonna stay for about 5 minutes. Okay. Now, I've done this gravy before. Okay, so I'm missing like a little beef stock, but it's okay because we're gonna just make the gravy with some browning sauce. You can either make it with some beef broth and some Au Jus, I forget how you say it, some Au Jus gravy, or you could do it like I'm about to do it, which is what you're gonna do. So we're gonna use some browning sauce. If you don't know what this is, this kitchen bouquet. This is OG stuff right here, okay? My grandma put me on this kitchen bouquet, okay? All right, so let those get soft and translucent because we don't want any crunchy, super crunchy onions. So we're gonna let that saute for a little bit longer. Y'all, I almost forgot. You gotta put the mushrooms in here. So put some mushrooms up in here and saute these with the onions, okay? I'm a little bit late, but it'll all cook up the same. So put some mushrooms in here. Let those saute as well. Get them all, you know, stirred up and sauteed together. And then we're gonna put some flour in it just to thicken it up and start to make the gravy. So we're back. The mushrooms are sauteed now. So now we're going to thicken this thing up. Alright. We're going to put some flour in it. About 2 tablespoons of flour. Yes, I use regular spoons and not spoons out of the, you know, the little measuring spoons. I use regular spoons that you get out of the drawer. That's good enough. And we're going to, not get it on the whole stove, please. I'm gonna stir that up. Get it all mixed in there. Just like so. Like that, like so. Try not to touch it because it's hot, but guess what? Guess what I got? I got a sleeve. Just like this. And because I don't have any beef broth, we're gonna use water. We're gonna use water. About 2 cups of water. Turn this heat up a little bit. Cups of water. Just like this. It looks kind of weird, but it's okay. We're making a gravy, and this is how we start. Of course, we're going to season this, okay? So take some of your kitchen bouquet, and we're gonna pour about a teaspoon in there. That might have been more like a tablespoon, but we're gonna pour about a teaspoon in there. And look at that. Look at what we done did already. We done changed the whole color of it, just like that. So we want to get this warm first. Cook this for a couple minutes and then taste it and see what we need to do from here. Okay? And it looks pretty, you guys. It looks pretty. So we're gonna let this cook, like I said. Everything else is finished. So literally, once we get this where we needed the thickness, the taste, and we put the meat back in here, we can plate because everything else is done. And this doesn't take too long because it's the last step. Tastes like water. So now we're gonna season it. Take some of that Creole seasoning. Give it a good sprinkle in there just like so. Put some accent in this. I'm eyeballing it. Sorry, you guys. I cannot give you exact, but just kind of see what I'm doing. Season it to taste. You should taste it every so often just to see how it's progressing. Put some onion powder. Put some Creole seasoning, some parsley, some black pepper. Put everything pretty much that you put in the meat into the gravy. Just like that. Okay. Put some paprika in there. And some, we're going to put some thyme in there as well. I got some dried thyme. We're going to put some thyme in there. Just like that. Just sprinkle a little bit. Put some paprika in there. And there we go. Now we're gonna let that get all incorporated and we're gonna taste it again, and then I'm gonna see if I need to add any more. You don't wanna go too crazy on the first round of seasoning the gravy because it might become too salty. And then you done messed up. You done messed up. Baby, right here, some Worcester sauce. Put a little bit more in here, just like this. That's good. Oh shoot! There we go. Mix that all together. And now let's see where we are. That's good. So now we're gonna put these back in here. Let them cook in the sauce just for a couple of minutes. Ooh, just like that. Just put them in there. And then we can plate. we are done. We're done. Now it's time to plate, okay? So, since this is for Valentine's Day, get you a nice little plate. It could just be white, look. Good and white and cheap, okay? But we're gonna plate this like we're professionals, okay? And no, I'm not a professional, but I'm a professional home cook chef. I'll let you figure that out. All right, so we're gonna get us a nice round, big helping of mashed potatoes, just like this, for the center of the plate. Can you see it? No, you cannot. There we go, just like this. Ooh, get that all nice. We want it all clean and nice, okay? Matter of fact, I'm gonna sit it down so that you can see it better. Take one of our nice patties. Lay that right on top. Make a little dip in there. Just like that. And then we're gonna cover this with gravy. Okay? Let me get my gravy spoon. Just like that. Look at that. Bomb. All right. Now we're gonna take a couple of the asparagus, about 6 to 8 of them is good, and then we're gonna just lay those nicely, just like this on here, nice and straight and pretty. And there we go. All done. Okay. And then you plate yours too. Okay. Cause we always fix our man's plate first, right? No, not really. We're just joking. He heard me. Talking shit. Put yours too. So we are all completed with our Salisbury steak. It looks amazing. It looks delicious. I'm so ready to eat. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you also enjoy this meal. Please leave a comment below if you enjoyed it. And if you didn't, keep it to yourself. I'm just kidding. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. I will be back tomorrow with something else special for Valentine's Day. I hope you all enjoy it. Even if you're spending it by yourself, make yourself 2 plates. Okay?